guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're watching a video about a 14-year-old who's looking for a husband.
Tucked into the shadows of Douglasville, Georgia, is a secret community that's home to Romany Shell gypsies, like 14-year-old Priscilla.
The camper behind me, it's my home. That's my gypsy home, and I love my gypsy home.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I low-key think caravans are quite cute. Whenever I'm older, I wanna oh, this sounds so weird, but I low-key wanna buy an island, not in like a Jeffrey Epstein way, just like an island way. I'll probably never be able to afford it, so I'll probably not do it. But imagine if you buy your own wee island, you could build a house and have a camper van. I wanna live in a camper van like that one day.
Priscilla lives with 32-year-old dad, Pat Baby, 33-year-old mom, Luann, and little brother, Miles.
Okay, so they all live in a camper van. How would that work? Do they all have their individual rooms, or do the brother and sister sleep together and then the mum and dad obviously share a room?
Though barely into her teens, gypsy tradition decrees that Priscilla will soon wed.
I've got nothing against gypsies except for that, you know, if you want to do your lifestyle, do your lifestyle. The only thing I do agree with is these young girls getting basically married to older men. A 14-year-old should not be getting married, in my opinion. Thinking about it now, what was I doing whenever I was 14? I don't even know. I was probably watching SpongeBob or something like that.
I believe in a gypsy culture, gypsy beliefs. So the women stay home. They clean, they take care of their husband. That is our job.
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't mind doing that. I'm telling you right now, if my husband was making money, I would absolutely stay at home, cook, clean, take care of the kids. That seems like such a relaxing thing. You basically get to chill 24/7.
It's a way of life that's completely foreign to gorgers, the gypsy term for outsiders.
That is what it is. I always hear these gypsies talking about it, but I can never remember what they are. How would I explain it in normal terms? Basically, to them, we who are not gypsies are seen as muggles. That's basically what it is, isn't it? And the sad thing is, a lot of these gypsies will literally disown family members and children if they don't marry into another gypsy family.
Most 14-year-old Gorgia girls are in school. I'm here cleaning, and that's the way I like it to be.
But does she have an education? I really hope she does. Obviously, she isn't at school by the looks of it. She's at home cleaning. Does she know how to read and write?
Thousands of us gypsy girls across, the world. We think of this as fun.
It doesn't look like fun to you. She looks like she wants to be doing anything but that. I mean, maybe I wouldn't want to be a stay-at-home mum because you're basically doing the same thing every day. I feel I'd really enjoy it if I was in a big massive mansion with millions at my disposal. But if I was in a camper van like that, I don't think I'd enjoy it.
And if I don't clean, I kind of feel empty. I haven't really done much. I've just been lazy or something.
I mean, I'm judging that most of her days are quite repetitive. What can you really do if you're not at school? Think of it now. School took up a lot of my time whenever I was in it. I would literally be out of the house by 8 a.m. and come back at 3:30 or 4. So basically half of my day was spent in school. Even though I didn't like it because I hated education, I was still doing stuff with people. I wouldn't know what to do. Now that I'm not in school, it's quite weird. I can basically do whatever I want.
Having left school at 12, she spends her days cleaning and looking after 4-year-old Miles.
So basically she's taking care of her little brother. Why does the mum not do that? Does mum not take care of the son? This is what I hate about people, is that they'll have children and then they'll expect the other children to raise that child. It's no, if you're gonna have a child, you need to raise it it is your child. Stop taking these children's childhood away by making them grow up too fast and take care of children.
My son is autistic, so he's double the challenge of a normal child. And sometimes I question my ability to watch him compared to hers because she can handle Miles in certain circumstances that I can't.
But should you not figure a way how to take care of him? Also, I read the comments and apparently eventually this girl left the family. So the mom's gonna have to take care of the son now. I don't understand it. This mom just seems like a typical bad mom, and I hate moms like that. I just feel so bad for this wee girl because she genuinely seems so sad and empty.
Priscilla's honing her gypsy housewife skills. Now she just needs to find a husband.
At 14, I think she's potentially looking for maybe her future husband.
Was I even in a relationship at 14? I'm pretty sure I was. I dumped a girlfriend because people made fun of me for dating her. Oh my god, getting married at 14? Absolutely not. I could not imagine that. That genuinely is terrifying. Keep in mind this actually does happen. Obviously we're watching a video and reacting to it, but this is an actual thing.
Courtship, don't start at 25 when you're a gypsy. This is her engagement time.
It's her engagement time at the age of 14. Also, her mum and dad are 33 and she's 14. So how old were they? They were 20 whenever they had her. How old were they when they got married? Surely they weren't 14. I really hope she ain't gonna be pregnant, and they're probably gonna try and force her to have a child.
And for gypsies, courtships often move at warp speed.
We meet each other young. Immediately within about third or fourth conversation, we're talking about marriage.
Yeah, I know that's so scary. I've noticed that. I've always noticed in a lot of these weddings times they've basically met each other, had that conversation for like 20 minutes, and then they're talking about marriage. It really does happen that quickly. I mean, if these people are able to find like a relationship partner, I'm telling you, I will hopefully one day. I just don't see it happening for a while.
Every gypsy girl, you know, that's what we base our life around, is finding the perfect husband and getting married to him and having a home.
That's quite sad, isn't it? Like, they're literally just born and bred to like find a husband. Can she not like do something? Like, maybe she doesn't want to do that. Maybe she actually wants to go out into the world. Something that I noticed recently is that like the world is so big. You have your own life and like you might be in like your own house, but there's so many things out in the world. Like, there's countries to visit, experiences to have. Like, it is genuinely quite like interesting how big the world is and what actually goes on in it. And then there's poor girls like that who are basically like stuck in a cult, who like can't leave it, because if they do leave it, they'll get disowned. I feel so sad for her, like, I really do.
You know, and it's very important to us.
She genuinely just seems like so sad. I feel so bad for her. Like, these girls shouldn't be in these situations. Yet again, I've got nothing wrong with like their culture. There's certain things about it that I don't agree with, obviously. I just wish they could let her be like herself and be like a girl.
To hasten the process, Priscilla's parents are throwing a Halloween party to show her off to potential partners.
Okay, so they're basically setting their daughter up to get married. This is kind of like a beauty pageant. Like, this is literally like toddlers and tiaras and like dance moms. The parents are just crazy.
She's going to be the center of attention. She's going to be the queen of this party because it's time for Priscilla to shine, and this moment's for her.
Okay, so obviously she's gonna have a Halloween party where she looks for a future husband. How old are these boys gonna be? Are they gonna be older men, or are they gonna be people her age? A lot of the times the men are a lot older.
It's potentially a pivotal moment in Priscilla's life, as there may be a future husband lurking about.
I mean, she looks absolutely amazing. Not in like a creepy way, but like she's dolled up, like she looks good. I just kind of feel bad for her, and she's basically walking into an event to look for her husband.
Looking stunning in her flamboyant dress, she's completely blown the competition away.
Oh wait, is this a competition? Is there other people there to like look for husbands? Oh my god, is this like a husband fest? This is literally like a concert for husbands, but men literally go there to look for girls.
Priscilla was breathtaking. She absolutely took my breath away. Oh my God, she's something out of a magazine.
I mean, that is true. She looks absolutely amazing. Like, she does look very good. It just is sad that she's basically been pimped out to look for her husband.
The dress was really beautiful. It was really pretty.
Zoe's dress was so big in the back. It was long and it was like a big square. And it had hearts all over it.
I swear this was literally meant to be like a Halloween party. That doesn't look very Halloween-y to me. Usually whenever I think of a Halloween party, I think of like scary stuff and like blood and zombies. She's basically dressed like a Disney princess.
Priscilla was beautiful. She was just a little princess.
Oh my god, look at her with that hairpiece. I'm low-key jealous. I want to get that hairpiece. Can we talk about this? I used to be so jealous of people whenever I was younger. I don't know why, but I really wanted glasses. I also really wanted braces. And like, I really wanted a tooth missing there. You know how you got your two front teeth? Basically, I used to always see people with braces and their tooth beside their two front teeth were always missing. I was jealous of them people. Like, if you were one of them kids growing up, just know that I was jealous of you.
Priscilla's dream has become a reality. She's the belle of the ball. Now she needs her Prince Charming.
Okay, let's see who the Prince Charming men are gonna be. Are they really gonna be Prince Charming, or are they just gonna look like a toad?
And there seems to be a lot of volunteers.
Is that how it goes? So they basically just like dance around for like 30 seconds and then like they do it. Like, imagine she's just like dancing with a new man every 30 seconds. She's like, yep, I'm gonna choose you, or nah, I'm not gonna choose you. It's basically like the X Factor. Like, they're gonna get to a final eventually.
A lot of the boys were jumping at me just right away, wanting to dance with me.
Yeah, they want to dance with you, but you also have to keep in mind they also theoretically want to marry you. And I'm sorry, that right there does not look like a 14-year-old. That looks like someone who could be 29. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. A lot of these men are usually older whenever they marry these 14-year-old girls. I don't agree with it.
It was really hard because like one boy would be asking me to dance and then another boy would, and I would have to tell him no because there was too many boys asking at one time.
Honestly, sweetheart, if I were you, I would just leave. I'd be like, nah, I don't want to get married. But the thing is, she literally can't say no, and that's what I don't agree with. She basically is like, how do I describe it? She kinda is like a snowball. They get the snow, they roll it down a hill, and eventually, like, it can't stop. And this is kind of like that. She's getting put into these situations and pushed out there, and she can't, like, say no. She doesn't have a choice.
When boys look at my daughter in her beautiful pink dress, I want the best boy to pick her and say, I'd like to have her and be my wife.
Oh my god, I thought that was Crackhead. Oh my god, what was going on there? Was that meant to be, like, Pirate of the Caribbean? That was Pirate of, like, the heroin being.
I hope some young man picks and chooses and be happy forever with my daughter.
I mean, a man's gonna choose your daughter, and by the looks of it, your wife does not look happy. Like, your wife literally looks miserable. I've noticed that a lot of these wives are miserable. It really does wipe off on them. Like, you can genuinely tell that they are like angry, rude, aggressive people. I do feel bad for them.
Priscilla has yet to find her ideal mate,
No boys have really jumped out there and caught my eye yet.
and her 90-pound dress is also letting her down.
Falls. It's fallen, and when I did that,
She danced right out of it.
Okay, so this is not going well. She hasn't found a boy and her dress is basically broke. What are they gonna do? Like, what happens if she doesn't find a husband? Do they do like one of these dance parties once a month? I really hope this isn't a monthly thing.
Luckily, her second outfit is even more of a dude magnet.
the boys will probably like my dance outfit better than this one because, of course, it shows off a little bit more skin.
That's not a good thing. Oh god. This poor wee girl, like, oh god, she really is being sexualized. It genuinely makes me so sad. It's like toddlers and tiaras. I look at it and I scream no. If you want to put on an outfit and dance, that's completely fine. But this whole situation is completely different because she is there looking for a husband.
I think Priscilla loves her outfit, especially the shorts with the little hearts on the bottom. I've been telling the boys, you can look at everything, but don't look at her heart. And right away they go, okay, yes ma'am.
Yeah, she is pimping up her daughter like I suspected. Kind of feel bad for her because I feel like this is a repeated pattern. I've noticed that a lot in these videos, that like what happens to the mother they do to like the child, and then eventually that child will grow up and do it to their child. It's like a continual cycle. You know, this girl just wants to be a girl, have a childhood, live a life, and the mother's like, nah, you're getting married.
After dancing with most of the boys in the room, Priscilla finds a gypsy boy who could be marriage material.
Okay, we're gonna find a marriage material boy. Also, does she basically just stand there and dance and like everyone watches her? I'm not joking. If somebody watched me dance, I actually think I would genuinely die. I can't dance. Like, I genuinely look like a fat man having a stroke.
She confirms him as her Prince Charming, and Pat Baby and Luann crown them as Gypsy King and Queen of the party.
Okay, so she's the gypsy queen and he's the gypsy king. It took her less than an hour to find her husband. Also, how old is he? Like, he doesn't look 14. He looks like he could be 18.
The night has been a huge success, and Priscilla might have found her future husband.
I found my man. He didn't do one disrespectful thing to me the whole night.
Okay, well, he shouldn't do that, full stop, whether he is your husband or not. He literally looks like he's 18. Like, this is not a child. This is like an adult. They're not gonna get married, are they? Like, I know they are. Well, obviously I know, because in the end she basically leaves like the gypsy family and like becomes a wrestler. Look at her becoming a wrestler. Oh yeah, and also her parents divorce in the future. Maybe getting married at age 15 ain't a good idea after all.
Not only has Priscilla wowed the guests with her stunning dress,
Tonight, my daughter definitely is a gypsy queen. That makes me a proud mama.
I'm a proud mama because I just pimped out my daughter. I don't understand, like I genuinely don't understand it. Yet again, that is not a 14-year-old. Like, that man right there is literally like 18 or 19. He's like my age.
her parents are delighted the night's been a smashing success, especially Pat Baby.
This is probably one of the greatest times I've ever had in my life because this is a party in memory of my sister for my daughter.
Okay, that is where we end the video because that looks like one drunk pirate. Anyways, guys, that's a 14-year-old who's looking for a husband. I feel like I should definitely like rename the title. It's not a 14-year-old looking for a husband. It's a 14-year-old whose crazy mother's forcing her to get married. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, press the big red subscribe button, and yes, I'll see you all in my next video.